Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, وَعِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ الَّذِينَ يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ هَوْنًا وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. The servants of the Most Gracious walk upon the earth humbly, and when the Jahil address them, they answer peace. Under this verse, the scholars they say that the pious servants of Rahman, they talk peacefully, and if someone does come across them and talks ignorant in front of them, they don't go on to do the same. So they don't take any revenge, they don't harm, they don't commit sins. They go on to let it go and say goodbye. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Baqarah, وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا, speak kindly to the people. We have an example from the life of our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam during the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, when the Muslims they made their way, they wanted to make their way to Mecca to perform Umrah. They weren't allowed. The disbelievers of Mecca thought that the Muslims had come to fight, but the Muslims say that we haven't come to fight. And some people, they come from the disbelievers of Mecca, they come to speak to the Muslims. One man called Urwa bin Mas'ud, he comes and he uses his hands, he goes on to touch the beard of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Mughira radiallahu anhu, he said, what are you doing? Stop doing this. He was moving his hand. So at that time, the Sahaba, the need of the hour and the challenge of the hour was to suppress their emotions. And it's mentioned that the disbelievers of Makkah, they began to provoke the Muslims. They wanted the Muslims to fight. They wanted a battle. They wanted a war with the Muslims. And it's mentioned that 40, 50 of them, they came at night and they started throwing stones and arrows. And the believers, the Sahaba, the companions, Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'een, they go on to exercise patience and forbearance. And they go on to capture these disbelievers of Makkah and bring them in the presence of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he freed all of the kuffar in Makkah, and again without any revenge. And similarly, same goes on to happen at the time whilst the Sahaba were offering Fajr. 80 of the disbelievers from Makkah, they come and they attacked the Muslims, and same happened. I pray that we are never put into such a situation, we are never in such a scenario and challenge. But if we ever are, then I pray that we are given the ability to follow the Sahaba Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'een. We have been told in Surah Baqarah, فَإِنْ آمَنُوا بِمِثْلِ مَا آمَنْتُمْ بِهِ فَقَدْ اهْتَدَوْا. We have to bring faith and Iman. We have to make it like the Sahaba, like their Iman. If they believed in the same way you have believed, they have attained guidance. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings peace and stability all over the globe. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen.